Hey guys, it's Nay here, and today I thought I would do it's a mini haul video and a bit of a trial test run, show you what these babies look like. So a couple of weeks ago I purchased these Dewdrop Memento and Dewdrop Versa Magic ink pads. I've seen them used by a lot of scrapbookers, and I've actually seen the Versa Magic used by a lot of planner girls simply because they do not run or bleed through onto the next page, being very thin paper. So I went and bought a few of the Versa Magic, but then I saw some of the Mementos and the colors were just that little bit brighter. I wanted to give them a go as well, so I bought a few of those just to add into my color palette. They're so cute, these little dewdrop size. They're just perfect. I like how small and cute they are. You don't need the big bulky ink pads for everything because I'm not a huge stamper, so the little ones are perfect. The Versa Magic are a chalk ink, and then the Memento are a fade resistant dye ink. We're going to give both of them a try, and what I've done is I've got some test strips of paper here so I can show you the colours. I've got this really large circle stamp, basically it's just a full circle of colour, and then I've got a this is and then a dotted line because I'll write the name of the ink underneath. And this is just to give you an idea of how it works for a big bold shape as well as like a fine script and then some dots. I do favour the Versa Magic over the Memento simply because it just seems to show up a bit better, and I will show you what I mean by that in a few moments. I am also using my Papermate Ink Joy to write the names of the inks on the dotted line once they're dry. I did mention this in a past planner video, and some of you were asking me to comment on what the pen was, and so this is the pen that I use. Sorry, it's a Papermate Ink Joy Gel 0.7. I got these from Woolworths on special. They came in a pack of 5 or so. There was a pink, purple, green, a blue. So the black is really pretty, really nice writing pen, so that's what I'm using. And let's get started. Okay, I'm going to start off with the Memento down the bottom here. This one is called Grey Flannel. You can see already with the teardrop, dewdrop size, it's really easy to apply. But what I see instantly is with the dye inks, the dye sort of gives you a puffy kind of look. So we're just going to stamp that one down here now. What I find with these dye inks is that they actually settle. They take time to settle. So what we'll do is I'll come back later and show what it looks like after it's sort of dried and settled and rested. The Versa Magic, the chalk inks sort of stay as they are when they first applied. So now we're going to go into the Momento Rosebud, a really nice bright color. But once again, this is another one of those Memento inks. So it's going to be a little bit, it's going to take time to settle on the page, and I didn't get a clear, and that's probably more from my inability to stamp because I'm not a stamper. But I didn't get a full impression on that one, and I didn't leave it on there for as long as I did the grey flannel. Anyway, let's move on to the next one because I know by the time we get through all these you're going to be bored as anything. This one is Memento Angel Pink, and this is a really soft light pink, so when you apply it to your stamps it almost looks like there's not enough ink on there, and it's a really light cotton candy kind of look. Once again, I just don't seem to have much success with the Memento inks. I just can't get a really good impression with them. But now we're moving on to some of my favorites. This one is Versa Magic Pixie Dust, and this is a really light pink, and you can already see, but you can see the coverage on the stamp itself because it is a chalk ink, that it is a lot darker. I don't know, it's just a different ink, you can tell straight away, and you can see the difference straight away between the two. Okay, next one I'm going to use is a darker color. This is Versa Magic Pink Petunia. This is quite a dark pink, this one. And I seem to get it everywhere. And I ruined it. The end of my stamp here just doesn't seem to be adhering at all. So I don't know what's going on there. This is not the best demonstration. Like I said, I am not an ink person, a stamper. I actually really hate stamping. Really hate stamping. I am not a person to get messy with inks and ugh. Now that I'm doing a lot of work in my planner, I've wanted to get a few different coloured inks, so that's why I've gone with the dewdrops. Okay, we're going back into another Memento this time. This one is called Dandelion, and it's a really nice bright yellow. Let's give this one a whirl and see what happens. That didn't turn out too bad. That one's lovely. I love it, nice bright yellow. Okay, and the last one for this test strip is the Versamagic Thatched Straw, and this is very similar to the Dandelion. It is a little bit more pastel, I think more because it is a chalk ink, so of course you're going to have a different colour, a variation in colour. And I got a horrible impression with that one. Oh my gosh, that is just revolting. Okay, so now we're just going to go back in and fill in these beautiful names. So we've got Grey Flannel, Rosebud, Angel Pink, Pixie Dust, Pink Petunia, Dandelion, and Thatched Straw. So they're my warmer colours right in there. And now we're going to move on to my cooler colours. So I have quite a few more Versamagic in this range and only a couple of Memento. I bought mainly the Versamagic because I knew they were the ones that I would probably like the best. I did quite a bit of research on YouTube looking for the best inks for planners simply because I knew that's what I was going to use them for. And if I use them on layouts, then, you know, it's a plus. I just really like the Versamagic. So this one, I don't know the name of it. This one is called Turquoise Gem. Turquoise Gem. So it's a really bright turquoisey teal colour. This one is called Aqua Splash, and this is a really pretty mint green colour. Really, really pretty. Next one is the Versamagic Sea Breeze, and this is a really nice pastel blue colour. And as you can see, I stuck with mainly pastel colours. The Versamagic don't come in a real bright range of colours. I think the Pink Petunia is about the brightest they come. I mean, the reds are quite bright in the range, but I am yet to use them. But I am going to be buying more of these in the future. Okay, next one, and it's the last of my Versamagic. It is called Spring Pansy, and it's a really pretty lilac purple. Then I also bought a Lulu Lavender from the Memento range. You know, when you put them side by side, they look very similar in colour. Because they are a dye and a chalk ink, they do come out quite differently. So as soon as it makes contact with the paper, you can see the colour a little bit clearer. Once again, it's very splotchy. I just don't like the overall appearance of it, like just the result from the Memento inks. You can see now the grey flannel has settled quite a bit. And I mean, these ones I did quite dodgy, so they're not going to turn out as nice. So last but not least, I'm applying probably my favourite colour of the year. It's this really bright orchid colour, and I think this one, oh no, this is called Lilac Posies. Very pretty. It's an orchid colour, and it's just so pretty. Good impression on there. There we go. And once again, I know you can use like a soft pad, a mouse pad or something underneath to give you that better impression, but I am just like, I don't stamp. This is what you get from Hey Nay Daily Stamping. And you don't get much at all. So now we're just going to write in each one of these. Turquoise Gem, Aquatic Splash. I totally spelled breeze wrong. Oh my gosh, what an idiot. Fail. Spring Pansy, Lulu Lavender. And last one is Lilac Posies. So that is it, guys. That is my little failed attempt at doing a show-off haul of all of my pretty new Memento colours. Like I said, I am nowhere near a great stamper. I'm not a stamper at all, full stop. I hate getting messy. You can see the imperfections. You know, as a creator, I've learnt to accept them and just be like, whatever. You'll see in my last planner video, I misstamped a whole heap of circles and I went with it and used it as a creative accent as opposed to trying to correct it and making it look worse. So there's that. Like I said, you have seen the Memento dry now on this side, and you can see them, how they settle, which is a little bit less uneven than what they were, but they're still quite splotchy. The grey is really pretty. I do like the grey. These colours, like the pinks and the purples for larger full objects, I probably won't use. They look better used on more fine kind of detailed stamps, and then what I'm going to do is turn it on the back and just show you. They all do show through the back. This is just normal printed paper, but as you can see, the Memento here and the Memento at the top show through a lot more than the chalk inks. So that's why I picked the Versa Magic for planners. Once again, you can see here, of course they're going to show through a little bit because they are a color, but you don't get the complete dye bleeding like the lilac posies up the top here and the rosebud and grey flannel. They really do show through quite a bit, and you might need to use a second piece of paper like a label or something to put them in your planner. The last thing I wanted to say is I got all of these, which I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video. I got all these from a UK online store called Budley Crafts, or Cuddly Budley Crafts. It is an online store. I purchased these. The Memento were $2.06 Australian dollars, and the Versa Magic were $2.45. Now, I went and looked on Craft Online, and they're selling some of their Versa Magic for $5. So it's 50% off, basically. The shipping was only $7.50, which is the same as what you would pay here in Australia. Not a big deal. It took a little bit longer to come through, about 3 weeks. I was assuming because it was all in Australian dollars and the postage was so good that it was an Australian store, and I was kind of getting a bit impatient with trusting them as far as where's my order, but they were wonderful in replying, and once I realized that it was a UK store, I apologized and all that. You know, I'm going to say it right here, right now, Cuddly Budley Crafts is a really good online craft store. They have more than just stamping bits and pieces. They have a whole range of craft supplies, so I would be jumping over there and grabbing your Versa Magic or your Memento or anything. They have a huge range of stamping. I've looked through like a heap of other categories that they have there, and there's some really good stuff. Their inks are basically half price Australian dollars. I would like to see the savings that I can get on other products within their store, so definitely worth checking them out. I'll leave the link down below in the description to their online store. I really do recommend going and grabbing a few of these wonderful inks. Don't buy them all though, because I want to still go shopping and buy some more, so don't sell out. Don't sell them out. This is sort of like my basic color range at the moment. I'm really in love with them. I hope you enjoyed this little video. I know a lot of you were interested in it. Don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up, and you can comment down below about how bad my stamping ability is. Let me know which was your favorite color out of the collection. If you are going to jump over to the Cuddly Budley Crafts website and purchase your own, I would love to know if you are interested in that kind of thing and are interested in jumping over and checking them out. Like I said, they are a UK store, so they're definitely worth checking out. Don't forget to subscribe, keep up to date with all my videos, and I will see you all next time with another video. Love you guys. Bye bye.